2 weeks ago, President Obama unveiled a jobs bill. Unfortunately, while it's well-intentioned, it's more of the same. It's a stimulus package that'll be disproportionately paid for with higher taxes over time that relies still too much on the public sector for creating meaningful jobs. And if anything, what economists have learned over the years, dating back to the time of Adam Smith, the private sector is a much better generator of meaningful long-run jobs. When you look at comparisons of Western Europe to the United States post-1945 and how many more jobs were created on a per capita basis through more of a private sector approach. When you compare socialistic governments or communistic governments and their ability to create jobs through essentially public sector means compared to more private sector approaches. When you look at Japan post mid-1980s, where there was a massive stimulus program, and Geithner was a part of the U.S. delegation in Japan, his key takeaway was that there wasn't enough stimulus. Would argue that the exact opposite lesson needs to be learned, that there was too much stimulus. More should have been accorded, more room to the private sector to create meaningful jobs. And then another key takeaway is that the more we can promote trade and capturing the benefits of mutually beneficial exchange, that serves societies best, that serves individuals best. Where we've had restrictions on trade, whether it was the Smoot-Hawley bill that helped precipitate the Great Depression, where there were efforts to promote price supports, to cartelize industries, to promote unions, as happened first under the FDR administration in a very substantial way. If anything, we didn't see a recovery from the Great Depression until the late 30s, when FDR backed off from some of those programs and began promoting more of a business-oriented approach to creating jobs. Same lesson can be learned today in the wake of the massive contraction we experienced in 2007, 2008, where we've tried to restrain trade, where the NLRB has limited the ability of a Boeing to set up a major new operation in South Carolina. That's where we've seen more promotion of public sector unions, or unions in general, and restraints on trade that occur that way. Those throw sand into the gears of the economy. And in the end, they will not create as many jobs as we'd like to see for our economy.